So as we know, you have tons of tattoos. So when was your first tattoo you ever got?
I got my first tattoo when I was 16. Well, the day before my 16th birthday. My mom signed off for me. It was my lower back, of course, because that's every little girl's first tattoo.
I laughed because it was mine too.
Where is the lie?
But I got it on the left-hand side because then I'm like, it's not totally a tramp stamp because it's on the left side. That doesn't count, right?
It's
yeah, it totally counts. That's why I had it covered up. Yeah. It's now covered up in case anyone was wondering. What was your first tattoo?
It's 2 sparrows and a nautical star. So I wanted to make it like less trampy tramp stamp, but still like kind of like slight slut. And I feel like I achieved that look. You want to see it?
Yeah, let's see.
Oh, sorry. I forgot I have a wingback chair. I'm like, hey, yeah, look at this chair. It's great.
Yeah, if you want to, so we can show the camera real quick. So that was her first one. Oh, yeah, you're short. I'm like, you're short. She's tiny. So that was the first one. Yeah, see, mine was like over here. So I was like, it doesn't count. And it still counts.
It still counts.
Yeah, because you don't think about things like that. And then, like, yeah. So how many do you have now? Or do you just count it like as one?
I think it's just one by now, because they're all kind of attached at this point.
Yeah.
It's just like one continuous tattoo.
What's your most recent tattoo?
I've been working on my leg, my lower leg.
Okay.
I just got an otter, because otters are my favorite animal.
How'd you, I know, you did say that earlier. How did you become obsessed with otters?
I have no idea. Just like one day I was like, otters. Dope.
Like recently or when you were like little?
It was a few years ago, and I was just like, otters are super cool. And then since then, like, I have a painting done by an otter. I sponsor a zoo near where I live just because they have otters. And it's just like this otter obsession. Like, otter jewelry, otter pajamas, otter clothes, just otter everything. Stuffed animals.
I'm like, elephants. I'm like, literally like, same thing. Elephants.
Yeah!
It's a girl thing, okay? So, any tattoos you regret or any ones that you've covered up? Like, obviously you have extensive work all over. Okay, that's a huge, like...
This, from here to here, is all a cover-up. There was a different owl under here, which was my second tattoo.
Got it.
You know when it's the beginning stages of tattoos, you're like, okay.
He was cheap.
It was fine.
Yeah, at the time.
And then here I had a tiger's head that looked like he was coughing up a fur ball. So I was like, you know what? We're going to do something about that. So I've been working on this cover-up for a while. My first sitting was 9 hours, and I still have more work to do on it.
What was the longest sitting you ever done? Because, like, I know, like, personally myself, I think I've only gone through, like, 4.5 hours before I finally, like, tap out. I'm like, I'm done. Can't do this anymore.
I think about 9 hours is my max, which is a long time.
No, that's intense.
It's a full work day of just getting tattooed.
What do you do just to kind of, like, mentally block it? Because I know, like, some people can take the plane. Like, for me, I'm like, first hour or two, I'm like, yeah, this is fine. You know, it almost kind of feels good. And then, like, third hour, you're like, okay, this isn't as much fun. By the fourth hour, I'm, like, crawling out.
I absolutely hate getting tattooed, which doesn't make any sense. But this happens a lot to other people that I talk to that are so heavily tattooed. Like, we all just hate getting tattooed, but we love the look of them.
Yeah.
I feel like now it's because I've run out of all the fun spots that are okay to get tattooed, and now like I have my head tattooed and my armpit tattooed, and you're like, well, what the fuck am I doing at this point? Like, just the backs of my knees.
You're like, oh no. I'm like, oh no.
Like, this was bad. Your here was horrible.
What was the most painful one that you got? Because obviously, yeah, like your armpit right here, you have some pretty like sensitive areas.
Yeah.
What was probably the most sensitive?
I don't know. I feel like when I got both my hands done at the same time, and that was grueling. And especially like healing it after, I had to walk around like this. And anytime I would put my hands down and the blood would rush to them, I'd be ah!
Did they swell up too?
Yeah, really badly. So it was just kind of, all of them suck.
You're like just every single place.
Every single tattoo just...
What do you think hurts for you more? Because I always thought that it would be going over bone would be like the most painful. But then when I got my thigh done, I was dying. Just because, especially where the skin was tight, I found it being really sensitive. So what do you personally think is most painful for you? Because you've obviously bone up here, and then you have like other parts that are more meaty. So
I feel like probably my armpit was the worst. My thighs weren't bad. My head, I lost hearing for a couple of days, but I feel like the armpit was probably the worst.
You lost hearing for a couple of days?
Yeah, the vibration, like I couldn't hear anything. Nothing out of my left ear.
Did it freak you out? Like, were you scared?
Nah, it would come back eventually. If it didn't, then I don't know.
You're like, you live and you learn.
Yeah.
But I got this sweet
Won't
tattoo.
do the other side.
Where you're like, maybe this this one will be fine.
Yeah, maybe this one will work.
All right. If you could tell anybody, what would be your tips for getting tattoos? Because you have so many, and obviously people out there who are going for the first time, you know, what would be your tips for maybe even just finding an artist, but also should they do prior to going to their appointment?
I think there's a lot of things that go into tattoos, especially if you're looking at your first tattoo. A lot of people try and take 20 ideas and put them into one piece. That just doesn't work.
Yeah.
So just stick with one idea and go for it. And you're 20 years from now, either you'll love it or you'll hate it. So don't worry about the longevity of it.
You can always get it covered up.
You can always get it covered up or lasered off. But yeah, so just stick with one idea. Find an artist that does that type of work, whether it be realism or traditional work, and always listen to your artist for healing. So if he says use bacitracin, use just a tiny amount of bacitracin. Don't slather it up, make it all gooey. Just a little bit, and always listen to the artist. Like if he says this is a bad idea, don't do it. This is not going to turn out well. He's probably right. Don't try and find another artist that's like, this is a great idea.
They're like, screw it, give me your money.
Give me your money.
Have you ever had an artist that told you that? Like, maybe you should go home and think about that, sleep on it for a little
No, no, because all my work is just pretty classically traditional. So it's like, oh yeah, okay, a flower. Cool.
Yeah, that just makes, I mean, yeah, and then, yeah, I have some friends that have, like, one has one that says, like, all hall, no oats. I'm like, okay.
All right.
And then the other one has, like, Trogdor. And I'm like, the Burninator. And I'm like,
the Burninator.
Seems logical. But then I'm like, oh, wait, you're covered in tattoos. So at this point, it's like,
At this point, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, they're like,
I have a pickle. I have a pickle on my leg with a cork hat from Australia. So.
Is that probably, is that probably your most ridiculous tattoo?
Probably. I got it done in Australia with my friends, and we all got matching tattoos. So it was just, it's still meaningful to me, but still funny. So it's just a really unique thing for us.
Yeah, something that's meaningful for yourself.
Yeah.
What is probably your next tattoo you want to get?
You know what? I thought I was done getting tattooed a long time ago, and then occasions just arise where you're like, okay, I'll get a tattoo. Like I was hosting a tattoo convention up in Canada.
Okay.
And I ended up with 2 more large tattoos. That's how I got the Otter. So it's just sometimes things just happen.
Yeah, no, I would say that. Do you go to just multiple different artists, or is there like one that you like your go-to? Whenever you have an idea, you're like, call them up, like, what up, homie, come in.
Yeah, I have one artist that lives in Indiana that I fly out to Vegas every once in a while, and he does most of my work. But and then I have 2 artists in Las Vegas that were on Ink Masters.
Okay.
That have been working on my back for the past couple of years. So those are, and then other than that, like I'll find artists every once in a while. And I'm like, oh, that's cool.
All right. Well, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you for having me.